Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today we have exactly that, daily crypto news. So if you guys enjoy these updates, make sure you put that notification bell on. Anyway, Ripple has moved 1 billion XRP from escrow. This happens every single month, but whenever I see this article, I know people must be getting worried. Why is 1 billion XRP being moved? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the story is pretty simple. Ripple has control of a ton of XRP. They own that as it was gifted to them like a decade ago or so. Since they didn't want all this XRP to be readily available to them, what they decided to do was lock it up for years into the future and let 1 billion of these coins be released every single month. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Usually they put 800 million or so right back into escrow, meaning it's locked again for an additional couple of years. It says that right now they're locking right around 800 million XRP back in, keeping about 200 million XRP, part of which is also to fund the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, I presume. Now, there was an interesting situation like just right now regarding Voyager. So there is FTX, right? We all know it. There is Alameda, we all know it. And they apparently are trying to get money out of Voyager. Bankrupt crypto lender Voyager and its creditor has rejected FTX's sister firm Alameda Research's attempt to recover $446 million. Yes, you're reading that right. As per the court filing, the creditors of Voyager and Voyager Digital Assets itself have rejected FTX sister company Alameda Research's attempt to recover $450 million in loan repayments that were made to Voyager Digital before the bankruptcy filings. So, long story short, Alameda wants their money back, but Voyager is really not in for this. Now, the reason that this gets kind of difficult and why most of the people are now on the side of Voyager is because Alameda scammed the place, it seems. And since Alameda made all these fraudulent claims in the past, or at least made claims that are now expected to have been fraudulent at that point, because of that, we can basically say, hey, take a little bit extra time to figure everything out. But most importantly, you've caused us, as Voyager, a lot of losses with all your lies, and so we don't really need to pay you all this back, at least not right now. Similarly to that, the federal judge has barred Sam Bankman-Fried from contacting FTX and Alameda employees using Signal because apparently he was trying to potentially influence them a little bit with his little text messages. So that also happened, if you were wondering. And then something on completely opposite side of, well, specifically Twitter. There was a Dogecoin tip bot. Never used it before, but it existed. Apparently, Elon Musk, he's the founder of Twitter now, the CEO of Twitter now, owner of Twitter. I can't say founder, right? Owner of Twitter now. That's what we're saying, but hey, it was just blocked. My Doge tip, the tip bot, has apparently been blocked over on Twitter. And articles are saying that it's kind of weird because, well, usually Elon Musk is a big fan of Doge, and so a Twitter tip feature or so featuring Doge, why would that be blocked? Maybe there's some rule that they're, basically not following. I'm not sure exactly which one. However, it is being speculated that it might be because Twitter is working on some sort of payment features as they've been going for patents in that nature and everything along those lines. And potentially because of all that, they want to remove every single tip type of bot on Twitter and go in for their own Twitter coin and get some sort of system like that going on their own, which then I would understand. As I was reading that Elon Musk article, I saw something at the bottom right here, and that is very interesting. Apparently, Hamilton Lane, $830 billion investing heavyweight, comes to Polygon. That is crazy. Wow. According to the official announcement shared by Polygon team, Hamilton Lane, a leading asset manager, launches its fund on Securitize, a Polygon-based tokenization vehicle. Quote, leading global investment firm Hamilton Lane is tokenizing its $2.1 billion flagship fund by leveraging securitized platforms exclusively on Polygon. Tokenization opens opportunities to a new class of investors by digitizing assets on the blockchain. And that is pretty wild. There was one article that stated this: here's how XRP price could act if Ripple wins against the SEC, a lawyer assumes. So Bill Morgan said, shows what could happen to XRP if the case has a good outcome, with the tweet from Just Was XRP attached, which basically showcases Library's coin price going up a lot after this major victory against the SEC. Not exactly a victory in terms of a complete, like a lawsuit win, but a win in the sense that secondary sales of Library were not classified as security. We talked about this massively yesterday. Anyway, all the way over in the UK, interesting things are happening and way more. But before we get into all of that, guys, if you're still looking for an exchange to trade on, I'll leave a link down below to Bybit. As right now, you can claim yourself a $100 free trade. That means if you deposit $100, you get $100 for absolutely free to trade with. And I'll just have to leave the link for that down below so you can check it out for yourself. It's extremely juicy because $100 for free is $100 for free. Anyway, as well, there's two things I should say. But the most important one is the link down below for NordVPN. I've already stated it many times before, but I recommend you guys to the fullest to stay as safe as possible on the interwebs. And I personally think NordVPN is one of the best ways to do so. Again, what it basically does is it can either help you save your passwords in a nice manner or your files in a nice manner, but more importantly to me, you're just browsing in the safest of manners. And if you scan or go to this website right now without any VPN on, you'll know that it basically states at the top you are not protected, and it'll know your IP, it'll know your location at least a little bit. All that type of stuff is also used in like MetaMask and Ledger and whatnot. All these different tools, they also check your IP and exactly where you are and all that. I don't like that. I don't want anybody to track my location like that, basically. Yeah, that's why I say just check it out. Just press get the deal. It's going to be like $3 a month or something like that. But yeah, anything in that, ballpark, I guess, is worth it for ultimate safety, in my opinion. And then I'll keep it short, but there's also a link to Ledger. These are basically where you store your crypto on. I personally use the Ledger Nano S the most. X has Bluetooth and Stacks is something that's new and up and coming. But yeah, just check it out. A link for that will be down below as well. Anyway, like I just said, key takeaways from the UK government's crypto regulation proposals. Right now in the UK, things are moving quite quickly for crypto. They're talking more about CBDCs, they're talking about it a lot, and they've just started to notice the importance of keeping all of this under control. Obviously, this is oversimplified, as they said quite a lot. It is summarized into a compensation blind spot, the DeFi issue in stablecoins. I just like to say it as this: they are afraid, but they see the potential. They talk about like FTX related activity. They talk about the lack of an authoritative figure, and they talk about the backing, for example, here of stablecoins. But ultimately, only time will tell what they're going to do. So nothing too concrete. It's just the fact that they've put it a little bit further up on the radar. You should be aware of that, obviously. All right, there was also Cathie Wood, and she is apparently, you guys know her from ARK Invest. She's revised her Bitcoin price prediction for 2030. Now, it's actually not that deep. They just asked her, hey, are you still confirming that, $500,000 per Bitcoin is going to happen? She basically said yes. And there's a quote here. After the crypto fallout this year, the idea of transparency and decentralization is taking hold. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the best manifestations of that in the crypto world. And asked about her 500K by 2030 prediction, she confirmed the same. She said that, in fact, above the 500K level for the company's base range, and that the bullish scenario is much higher than that. I agree. We also have apparently got over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin options that are expiring almost now. They're expiring Friday, February 3rd. The expiring options are currently being traded in the markets, and traders expect the Fed to turn away from interest rate hikes. Yeah, 43.5 thousand Bitcoins are expiring, and you can see more of the data over on Deribit, which we usually use for this. Or here you go if you quickly want to screenshot something or take a look at something specifically. But yeah, you can just check it out for yourself over on Deribit. It's the same place we always use to look for these calls and puts. Nothing too spectacular here anyway. We, rightfully so, I guess, are always surprised with the amount of money in options that are expiring, but it's a profitable business, otherwise they would have quit a long time ago. And then we also have Mr. Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad Poor Dad. He explains who is fueling the Bitcoin rally. Quote, why are gold, silver, and Bitcoin going higher? A, because US poor and middle class are getting poorer and deeper in bad debt. Please don't get poorer. At least buy one silver coin, only $30 to get started to get richer. And interestingly, he also believes that Bitcoin will be the only standing cryptocurrency, citing regulatory backing, saying, I'm very excited about Bitcoin. Why? Because Bitcoin is classified as a commodity, much like gold, silver, and oil. Most crypto tokens are classified as a security, and the SEC regulations will crush most of them, so I am buying more Bitcoin. To that, I'm going to have to say I think a lot of altcoins will survive. We have a full-on list of cryptos here, of which a lot of them will just do extremely well, if you ask me. Some will indeed fail, but the majority of them will survive. And for that reason, I just keep buying. But yeah, that is it, simply put. That was also it for today's crypto video. Again, guys, I will leave some links down below for the platforms that I use or some referral links to things. Just check out the description down below for all those. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today. So make sure that you have that notification bell on. Let's also prepare for another juicy giveaway soon.